The last thing he wanted is. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. And on this episode, I'll be talking about a Netflix movie called The Last Thing He Wanted. I believe it said it's based off a book, a drama. Never read the book. So, just going on what I saw. The movie stars Anne Hathaway, Ben Affleck, William Dafoe, Rosie Perez is in it as well. And I definitely didn't look the guy's name up, but I seen him before. I don't know his name, but I seen him before. And the movie follows Anne Hathaway's character. She's a reporter, and she's an investigative reporter, so she's in the trenches like during war, and she's showing you like the death and destruction, of children and villages and people burnt to death, and she's just giving you everything that the government is trying to hide. And Rosie Perez works with her, and like early on, you just see them walking around and taking pictures, and it's like, wow, like kids, dead kids, and you see how it affects her. Like she really cares about the work that she does, and I forget where she's at, but they're like working in the office, and then the office gets ransacked, like by the government. People got guns, they're shooting people, arresting people, and her and Rosie Perez just take off. They and you can hear the voiceover saying, they travel light, and like they just grab bags and just bounce, run straight to the airport, hop on a plane, get out of the country. And that's like the type of work she's in. And Ben Affleck's character, he works for the government, and he's on the hush hush side of things. Like, Anne Hathaway has these reports and these pictures, and she's asking all the tough questions, to the congressman. And Ben Affleck is there to basically advise the congressman about situations and not to say too much. Eventually, Hathaway's character, she has to stop doing the work that she loves to do. They say her desk gets frozen, the company gets frozen, and they put her on a presidential campaign. She hates it. It's boring. It's just stupid. And she keeps filing. She keeps finding like the congressman and trying to ask tough questions because she just won't give it up. And then that's when we get introduced to William Dafoe's character, who plays Hathaway's dad in the movie. And he's an arms dealer, kind of shady, not always there. And you can tell early on he's kind of sick, because her mom had passed away and he doesn't remember. And he asks her to broker this arms deal. And he's saying it's like a big deal, millions of dollars, enough for him to retire. And he wants her to go to like Central America and broker the deal. And she's just like, all right, I'll go. He's giving her all the information, and she goes, she meets with this shady guy. He gives all this information, and she does it. But you can tell that things are moving in her mind, and that's the only reason she's there. She wants to know what the heck her dad is up to. And she wants to know if it's like really true. Is it really going down? And she's put in situations that's really tough. Like she's used to being in those type of situations, like in the openings of the movie, in tough situations where guns are drawn and her life is on the line. But she's not used to dealing with weapons, and she's essentially brokering a deal with bombs and guns, and she's just there trying to be strong and confident, but at the same time you can tell she's scared out of her mind. And it gets really intense. Like the movie, when she's on screen, is really, really good because she's really, really good at it. Her performance is really good. Like strong reporter, at the same time, a scared mother, worried about her kid, worried about her father. And things go left really fast. She's supposed to go there, drop off stuff, get money. And there's a lot of shady things going on, of course, because it's arms dealing. And she's trying to ask her father things. Her father's giving her information. The other guy's giving her misinformation. And she gets put in a tough situation where she's in another country. And rather than leaving, she wants to stay to get the story because that's her thing, getting the story. And it really puts her life in danger where people notice she doesn't belong there and they're trying to kill her. I really enjoyed it when she was on screen. Ben Affleck, he was kind of dry. Didn't have much to work with. You don't see him a lot early on. He has a couple of scenes. Later on in the film, he comes back into the picture, has a little bit more to do, but again, he felt dry as the government person. Rosie Perez not in it too much. She's she's there to help Anne Hathaway, so she calls her every once in a blue, and then she has like 3 or 4 scenes. William Dafoe was excellent as the father when he was on screen as well. Just him playing another out of touch, wacky character. Um, but overall, it's a solid movie, solid watch. Anne Hathaway is really, really good in it. I enjoyed her performance the most, and that's why I was focused on what was going on, and I was pleasantly surprised by how much I enjoyed it by the time the credits roll. But that's the last thing he wanted. It's on Netflix. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Look at some of my other videos, please. Deuces.